Hello everybody, it is the morning of Wednesday, July 10th, and today is generally a good day, I would say. I mean, not really, for today's circumstances, but I mean, it's the 2-year anniversary of my baptism, which was very nice. But also, most of Southeast Texas is still without power. We are still in the dark. We are slowly but surely getting our power back on. Last night I was driving around seeing, how everything looked when everything is so pitch black at night. And it's very surreal, I must say. It's very crazy to see. The last time I remember anything like this happening was, Hurricane Ike in 2008, and I was 6 years old back then. So, and of course, the way I viewed things very differently when I was 6 versus now when I'm 21, soon to be 22. But, the situation here is we're doing okay. GM Pop behind me, since my property, my home up in Cut and Shoot is actually cleaned up pretty well. We're all cleaned up and everything. I mean, of course we have no power, but the situation here is generally GM Pop, for example. They have plenty of good fans in their home, so they're able to, keep the house somewhat, tolerable with the fans and keeping most of the windows closed to keep the heat out. When they sleep at night, they keep the fans on them, so that's fine. So they're able to sleep okay. But, during the night it's a lot cooler, so it's easier to just put a fan on you and stay cool versus, especially in the day. But the house is tolerable. It's not miserable or out there or anything. But so it's tolerable. At my house back home, we have a window unit. My parents put a window unit in their bedroom window because, of course, our house has central air. Our house has central air, so our parents just put a window unit in their bedroom window to keep their room cool. And we just have fans in our room. In my bedroom, I just have a fan. I mean, at night, it's tolerable. The house is tolerable. You just put a fan on you and it stays all right. Just feels okay. But we also have at my house in Cut and Shoot, we have internet. We have that Starlink internet. So of course, you just plug in your router and it just connects to the satellite in space, and you got good Wi-Fi internet. And we're on city water where I live. We live in a neighborhood, a rural neighborhood, but still we have our own city water. So we just, we have water and we have internet. And we have some power at the house. Of course, we have a generator that we have going. So today's Wednesday, and unfortunately, estimates are saying that we're not going to get our power back until probably Saturday or Sunday. So we have at least another 2, 3, 4, maybe 4 days of no power. And we've had no power for 2 days now. It was Monday. Of course, Monday morning was when the hurricane happened. And so we are doing okay. Everything around here is, there's a lot of damage. There's trees down. I mean, slowly but surely it's starting to be cleaned up. I mean, and I'm about to show you in a minute, Morrow Hill is significantly a lot cleaner and a lot better looking than it was Monday morning or midday Monday. Sorry, look, there's something going on over there. But everything's a lot better looking than it was. Simply, it isn't, you can't ignore that it's almost 90 degrees out here. As you can see, a little sweat dropping on my face. But it is still, it's the middle of July here in Southeast Texas, so it's going to be hot. That's just part of life. Other thing I was going to talk about, there's a lot of damage. There's still down trees everywhere. There's still limbs hanging on power lines, but slowly but surely starting to get cleaned up. In the town of Splendora, which is just like 15 minutes behind me, there is a tree that is just completely, imagine this is a power line, and the tree is just completely down on the line and knocked it down. So that has to be cleaned up for that specific area, and I'm sure there's plenty of things just like that all over the place. So it's going to be a couple of days before anything happens. There's also power lines that are just, leaning down all over the place. And so, it's going to be a couple more days. We'll survive. We're doing okay, so we'll get through this. I'll show the yard now. So this is the yard we have right here. G's 4 o'clock plants are still very much falling down. Will they come back up? I don't know. They might have to be cut because I don't know if they're gonna grow back or not. But everything looks so much better than it did just 36 hours ago. How cleaned up everything is. This debris right here you see in front of me, that's from Jacob's goat pen. All the metal and tree limbs that are being picked up. So there's still more tree limbs that we got all the tree limbs around the houses picked up generally. There's a little more over there that needs to be cleaned up. But the driveway needs to be cleaned up though, because the driveway is still very much has stuff down it, and that needs to be picked up so we can make it easier to actually drive down the driveway. The other property's fine. It's not too bad, but we're still a little more to do. So as you can see, this is just some of it. I think Jacob came out and did a lot of the stuff that was the limbs are in the goat pen, most of them. But I'm just gonna get the big stuff like this, and that over there, and that over there. There's more that I'm gonna get in the back of the trailer that I have with me. As you can see, most of Morrow Hill is pretty well cleaned up, but there are still, with the driveway still needs to be cleaned up pretty goodly, pretty good. Goodly, I don't know if that's a good real word or not. But yeah, we're gonna start working on that now. Not too many. I don't really care about that out there. This tree right here, I don't really know if I'm gonna go ahead and leave that out there. I'm sure it'll just be eaten by goats or something. But yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and only get the ones that are actually on the driveway and the fences. All right, so we have all this limbs. As you can see here, all this crap was on the driveway or along the driveway. And well, I don't know who, I really don't know who, but someone dumped all the cut up logs from the trunk of the tree that fell on Buddy and Steph's house right in the pathway where I can get back to where I was going to dump the limbs. Now I can't get back there. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to put all these limbs here and then come out here probably tomorrow or so with the tractor and move everything around so we can make a proper burn pile. But I got to put these somewhere. Well, everyone, that's it for today. I would film more stuff for y'all. However, it's just so hot during the day when I work that my phone overheats very quickly and it just cuts off the footage. And so a lot of stuff that I tried to film wouldn't work because you just have to be so careful with my phone that I'm, because it just gets so hot, so heated so easily. And so, sorry, I wasn't able to get as much content as I like to film. But speaking of the heat, yeah, we're fine here. I mean, I'm in Palm Grove right now, but even my house up in Cut and Shoot, where I'm actually staying the night at, we got fans and window units and stuff like that. But so we're able to actually somewhat stay cool during this. And there's a lot of, we're not like all the thousands of people throughout the city and throughout Southeast Texas are having to go to cooling centers and stuff like that in order to cool down because they didn't prepare or didn't buy enough gas to power a generator or anything, I guess. Because most affordable generators cannot, power, especially an HVAC system that cools your whole house. That's what a lot of people have that, and so this is really screwed up for a lot of people. And the fact that this happened so early is also very bad because it's the middle of July, and it's the middle of July, so it's gonna be very hot. And so, yeah, I did not leave that door open. Pawpaw did. I don't know why, but he did. But anyway, as I was saying, we are doing good here. Bree and Laramie, of course, and Carter and Cash are staying up at Longhorn Lester's because, Lester and Jamie up there have that big generator that powers their whole house and everything, so they have Wi-Fi, air conditioning, heat. Not heat. No one needs heat right now. Wi-Fi, air conditioning, power in general, and water. GM Pop, they were able to hook up one of their generators to the well last night to give them some water. But other than that, they're doing fine. Everyone else, I think Megan and Ellie down there have a generator. Kim's got a generator. Dale and Lou have been staying up at their cabin up by Sam Rayburn. So they did not get affected at all by the storm. So that place up there is fine. But yeah, everything's okay here. Everything's doing good. We're doing good. I mean, there's a lot of people in Houston and the rest of Southeast Texas that are not. But, us personally, we're doing fine. We're not doing too bad here. So, I mean, for the people who are doing bad, I pray for them. But yeah, nothing I'm gonna do. But thank you for tuning into another episode of the Daily Life and Adventures of Ben. Till next time, and thank you.